Some 600 graduates crossed the stage, becoming alumni during the December commencement as John Morgan, the founder of Morgan & Morgan, inspired them with humor and wisdom.
I want to begin by giving you words that I never want you to forget for the rest of your life, or your parents to forget for the rest of their lives, or your grandchildren to forget for the rest of their lives. It goes like this. If you've been injured in an automobile accident, hurt on the job, or the victim of medical malpractice, and you don't call me after me coming all this way, I might be. I will not say Morgan & Morgan for the people today, but what I will say is Morgan & Morgan for the Rattlers. You can have both success and significance at the same time.
Morgan challenged the graduates to find their purpose and passion, to go and change the world, and to always answer the bell. Among the December graduates was Jerry Clark Jr., who earned a PhD in physics. His dissertation involved research on the behavior of materials under high pressure, which he conducted at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in Livermore, California. The U.S. Department of Energy and the National Nuclear Security Administration announced the achievement of fusion ignition, considered a major scientific breakthrough, which Dr. Clark contributed to. President Larry Robinson has been appointed to the U.S. Department of Agriculture 1890 Task Force, which seeks to strengthen the partnership between the USDA and 1890 land-grant universities. The task force serves as an advisory body for partnerships, mutual benefits, and interest. Another Rattler, Monica Range, USDA Deputy Assistant Secretary, is also a task force member. The Marching 100 band performed in Los Angeles at the second annual Chosen Ones Invitational. The 4-game high school tournament was held in partnership with the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, Nike, and 4-time NBA champion LeBron James at the University of Southern California's Galen Center. FAMU alumnus and Tallahassee pastor Quincy Griffin was the 2023 Martin Luther King Jr. convocation speaker.
That means you have the capability to see the things that your forefathers dreamed of, but never necessarily had the opportunity to be privileged to have in the present. They saw it in the spirit, you gonna see it in the natural.
Griffin is the pastor of the Family Worship and Praise Center in Tallahassee and a former member of the Marching 100. Hundreds of students from California and across the West Coast converged on FAMU's recruiting table at the HBCU Expo in Los Angeles. The event was held as FAMU is seeing a record number of applications from first-time in-college students.
What's going on, Rattlers? We're here in Los Angeles, California, bringing the Rattler spirits to the great state of California. It is such a great chance to recruit many of the best and brightest students to come to the highest of Seven Hills, Florida A&M University.
Hi everyone, my name is Makira Burns and I am the Student Body Vice President, and right now we're here in LA recruiting on behalf of the university, and I am so excited and just so grateful to be here.
Nearly 20,000 prospective students attended this year's expo. FAMU College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences Institute of Public Health Professor Jamal Brown turned his class into a musical performance, gaining over 100,000 views on social media and airing on Good Morning America's Play of the Day. Chief Operating Officer Dr. Maurice Eddington spoke to the Tallahassee Leadership Prayer Breakfast. Dr. Eddington highlighted many of the university's accomplishments, noting that FAMU is a trusted community partner and adding that no matter what we face, we are in it together. Eddington said FAMU is proud to join with you as we move forward. 101-year-old FAMU alumnus George Johnson was recently honored for being one of the first African-American members of the Marine Corps, the Montford Point Marines. Johnson was honored at the African-American Research Studies Library in Fort Lauderdale.
It's hard to believe. It's very enjoyable. Those that gave it to me and those who made it possible for me to have it.
Corporal Johnson is one of the last living Montford Point Marines and received a bronze replica of a Congressional Gold Medal. He is one of the 20,000 men who trained at Montford Point during the 1940s a camp they were forced to build from the ground up while having to prove themselves. The leadership of the Greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce recently met in the School of Business and Industry with Dr. Robinson as the keynote speaker. He highlighted the number of Rattlers in leadership roles with the chamber and the university's 6-year graduation rate that is over 55%. He said FAMU's brand is strong and 17,000 first-time in college students have applied for fall admission, adding the message is resonating. You can get anywhere from FAMU. Emmy award-winning journalist Soledad O'Brien visited FAMU for a Black History Month conversation focused on her documentary, The Rebellious Life of Mrs. Rosa Parks. O'Brien discussed who's often called the mother of civil rights and what led her to a life dedicated to social justice. Alumnus Roy Wood Jr. will host the White House Correspondents' annual dinner on April 29th. The dinner is attended by members of the media who cover the nation's capital, as well as high-ranking government officials. Wood, who was the homecoming convocation speaker in 2021, shared some of his words of encouragement for FAMU students.
The world is anxious for your gifts, so stay strong, get that degree, and don't go to too many parties. You can go to a few parties. Don't tell President Robinson I said that. Take that part out.
Finally, FAMU celebrates the election of Rattler and Cincinnati Bengals legend Ken Riley to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Riley, who retired from the NFL 40 years ago, was elected as a 2023 Hall of Fame class member, which was recently unveiled during the NFL Honors broadcast from Phoenix, Arizona. Riley played for the Bengals from 1969 to 1983, recording 65 interceptions and 207 starts, ranking him 5th in NFL history and 1st for the Bengals. Riley died in 2020 at the age of 72. He becomes the 2nd Rattler in the NFL Hall of Fame, along with Bob Hayes.
It just goes to show you that Rattlers are truly striking from the top, and you can get anywhere from FAMU. For Florida A&M University, I'm Giovanni Hampton.